Peace, 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 family. My name is Michael Jordan, aka the Sirius Alchemist, and I just want everybody to know I'm serious about my shit. So today's book review, we got a good one for y'all today. We're gonna go into the Arthurian legend, you know what I'm saying? The Grail legend, which was originally brought into Europe by the Moors, right? And also another point, classical music was also brought up into Europe by the Moors. So that's all our stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's how a lot of stuff gets taken from us because we don't recognize that it's ours in the first place. So we're gonna go into this Arthurian legend today. You know what I'm saying? The Secret Tradition in the Arthurian Legend by Gareth Knight. Excellent book, excellent work. If you want to understand the Arthurian legend, and like I said, this Arthurian legend actually comes from the Assyrian drama. You know what I'm saying? This is where it comes from. It comes from the Assyrian drama. So, like I said, this was brought into England by the Moors, and they usurped it. That's why you see them folks over there in England trying to claim the British crown or the British, you know what I'm saying? Trying to claim this story. They usurped it from the ancient African, from the black man and woman. This was our story. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, brought into Europe by the Moors. And this book is an excellent work on understanding the Arthurian legend. You know what I'm saying? The word Arthur, which comes from Other, and the word Other, which means dog star. You know what I'm saying? Leading you back to Sirius. You know what I'm saying? So this book is excellent to have in your library. But I'm gonna read something from the back like I always do, family. The Arthurian legend is unique. It encapsulates everything from ancient pagan traditions to the heights of medieval transcendental mysticism. Garrett Knights treat this body of legend as a living magical system that encompasses both ancient and modern beliefs surrounding the Arthurian cycle. His king Arthur is a living contemporary archetype, not an ancient dead king. He shows how the Arthurian legend may be structured into a workable mystery system comprised of three primary grades of attainment. The first is the grade of the powers of Arthur, of loyalty, dedication, and service, enshrined in concepts of chivalry. Second is the grade of the powers of Merlin, bringing knowledge of the invisible forces that are the true roots of causation within the material world. The final grade is of the powers of Guinevere, for those who work with power, power which is based upon the forces of polarity within the aura. Knight concludes with an explanation of the greater mysteries, which opens awareness to the higher spiritual forces. Learn to use the secrets of the Arthurian tradition in your own life. Family, this is a real powerful piece of work to have if you want to understand that. If you want to understand the spiritual significance of the Arthurian legend. You see what I'm saying? Because that's what it's all about anyway. You feel me? So what I really like about this book, it gives you some examples like on the early in the book, it gives you some images of the tree of life. But it gives you images of the other side, and most people don't really talk about the backside of the tree. They always give you stuff on the front side of the tree, you know what I'm saying, like the Sephiroth and the the paths, you know what I'm saying, the 32 paths, and which is the front side, but you never really hear somebody talk about the backside of the tree, which is where the power is, right? Which is where the real power is on the tree of life. So when you look at that image, this gives you the front and back side of the tree. And very rarely many books out there are gonna do that. They ain't gonna give you the back side of the tree. They're gonna give you the front side. They're gonna give you that front side, but they're not gonna give you the back side. You see what I'm saying? And the back side is where the power is, family. So just remember that. And then I'm gonna read a little something from here as I always do, family. Hopefully it'll spark something in somebody to get the book. You feel me? So let's get it. Okay, the effect of this portrayal of the idea and the falling away from it in Arthurian legend is the development of very human characters and a dramatic and a dramatic and complex story, excuse me. It is the factor that accounts for the final breakup of the Round Table Fellowship and the disappearance of the Holy Grail. However, the Grail can be caused to reappear on Earth, and Arthur and his knights to reawaken. But these archetypal patterns of achieved humanity that remain the task and guide and inspiration for us. The dual aspected treatment of the characters is largely the work of the 12th century troubadours, who were influenced by the teachings from the East in the wake of returning crusaders and from Moorish Spain. Like I was telling y'all, the Moors brought this stuff in. See, they're giving it to you right here. They're giving you the information in these books. If we would just get out of Facebook and put our face in a book, then we could learn something. Because we ain't gonna, I ain't gonna say you ain't gonna learn nothing on Facebook, because people are posting some good stuff on there. But I'm just saying, instead of putting your face on Facebook, put your face in a book. You feel me? But it says the dual aspect of treatment of the characters is largely the work of the 12th century troubadours who were influenced by teachings from the East in the wake of returning crusaders and from Moorish Spain. We can thus begin to draw a kind of genealogical picture of the genesis and growth of Arthurian legend. It begins with esoteric star lore of extreme antiquity. I'm going to say that one more time. It begins with esoteric star lore of extreme antiquity. These traditions are inherited by the Celts in their invasion from continental Europe and become enshrined in Druidical lore and Celtic mythology. There is a mixing of streams of influence with Roman invasion, bringing in a cosmopolitan compact with Hermetic and Mithraic ideas. You see what I'm saying? So that Hermetic strain, when that Hermetic idea come in, that's the Arthurian legend coming through right there. Isis and Osiris coming in strong right there, right? So there is also the founding of Celtic Christianity, which developed. For several hundred years, apart from Rome, various elements in this cultural mix, as with the ancient Irish-Greek connection, receive a new stimulus as like cleaves to like. In the 12th century, initiate bards of the troubadour and troubadour tradition deliberately searched through the old material which has been suppressed under Anglo-Saxon, Scandinavian, and Norman Norse invasions. So if you really want to understand who the Saxons were and understand about Camelot, which is really talking about America, really. I'm getting ahead of myself by telling y'all that, but Camelot is really talking about Cam, which in ancient Egypt was Kim. Cam is the old lot, and Cam, then Camelot, and then we have the new lot. The new lot is in America. It's right here where we living at right now. So this work is real important. You know what I'm saying? So when I give you all these works, and this is scholarship, this ain't just no everyday run-of-the-mill stuff. This is scholarship I'm giving you. So I'm gonna continue on. In the 12th century, initiate bards of the troubadour and troubadour tradition deliberately searched through old material which has been suppressed under Anglo-Saxon, Scandinavian, and Norman Norse invasions. And I also want to say there's a good movie that talks about this. It's called The Mist of Avalon. Excellent movie. If you want to understand the Arthurian legend, what it's all about, get the movie The Mist of Avalon. Excellent movie on the depiction of the Arthurian legend. Excellent, excellent, excellent. You can't go wrong by getting that movie. But anyway, let me continue on. It had been preserved by Celtic and particularly Breton storytellers, many of whose forebears had fled from Wales and Ireland. They recast it into contemporary imagery, and it spreads rapidly all over the Western world, including the Norman kingdoms of the South and Outremer, Palestine. Right? After 250 years of popular growth, as long medieval prose and poem cycles, it is collated by Sir Thomas Malory in the mid-15th century and crystallized into permanent form by the printing press of William Caxton in 1485. The stories portrayed incorporate a certain amount of tinkering by monastic scribes, but are close enough to traditional sources for this to be detected. Professor Veniver's editing of the Winchester manuscript, discovered in 1934, also amends some of Caxton's somewhat arbitrary editing when he set the work into type. The story has, during the last millennium, tended to be invoked as a source of national inspiration at time of need. This includes Geoffrey of Monmouth's History of the Kings of Britain, which sought to weld the tradition of British national history for the Plantagenet kings, and which later inspired national pride and confidence under the Black Prince in the 100 Years' War. It was also invoked by the Tudors in their coming to power. This kind of usage, if not perhaps the highest possible spiritual use to which the material can be put, indicates its vitality over centuries and its power to touch the minds and hearts of men. That is why the study of the Arthurian legend is so important. It is a powerhouse of evocative symbolism, embracing material that has descended through diverse cultural strains from immense antiquity. Family, you gotta get this book and study this, man. We are such a powerful beings. We are such powerful beings. And we let these people tell us, and let certain religions tell us that we are wretch and all this bull crap when you are nothing close to a wretch. You are on the path to becoming gods. Go back and check out my video, Ye Are Gods, because that's what you are. But anyway, back to the content. This Arthurian legend is a must-have because knowing this stuff, you can create infinite possibilities for yourself, just knowing this stuff. And I wouldn't tell you nothing wrong, family. Get the book, study it, meditate on it. You know what I'm saying? You'll figure it out. You will figure it out. Trust me. It's worth it. This book is worth its weight in gold. I think I paid like maybe $23 for this book. For all the knowledge that's in here, come on, family. It's worth its weight in gold, right? And anyway, I'm going to read this one more piece out of here, then you know what I'm saying, I got to let it go. But I hope somebody run out and get this book, man, because it's worth the weight in gold. And it's your story. It ain't them people in Britain's story, those people over there now, they're trying to lay claim to this, trying to lay claim to the power. The power is here. The same power that was here back in the day is here now. It's waiting for you to just go and come and get it and use it for your freedom, for your liberation. Not to be out here flossing and shit. That's nothing. But for to be free, to free your family and your children, that's the most important thing. And your grandchildren can live in a world that's free of racism, free of hatred and all that shit. A new world, that's what this new world is going to be about. You know what I'm saying? So, family, I'm going to read this piece right here. It's on page 36, The Secret Tradition and Arthurian Legend. And it says, the tradition of knights rescuing fair damsels, with all that this implies in deeper symbolism beyond social chivalry, is to be found in the circumpolar constellations related to the myth of Perseus and Andromeda. The strange ships of the Holy Grail are in the great ancient constellation of Argo Navis. In modern times, split into a number of smaller constellational groups, and the spiritual forces of swans, eagles, and winged horses, Pegasus, are also there. Likewise are the primeval earth forces with the monstrous forms, Hydra, serpents, Lupus, Eridanus, and even the cup of the Grail itself, Crater. By these symbols, we seek to reach the same imaginative depths as were plumbed by William Blake when he wrote, the giant Albion was patriarch of the Atlantic. He is the Atlas of the Greeks, one of those the Greeks called Titans. The stories of Arthur are the acts of Albion applied to a prince of the 5th century. It is the same ancient sources in their Greek, Irish recension that give the stories of the ancient Tuatha De Nan, the children of the goddess Dana, who had 4 treasures that have come down in Arthurian and Grail myth and legend, and later in the suits of the tarot and the 4 traditional magical instruments related to the elemental quarters, the lance, the sword, the cup, and the stone or shield. Family, this is where the original magic tradition came out of. The original magic traditions. And it was all black folks, family. It was all black folks. You understand? So when I talk about this stuff, I'm talking this is your knowledge. This knowledge don't belong to me. This is our knowledge. This knowledge belongs to you. So family, go get the book. And I'm gonna read this one little piece out of here, and because it just caught my attention. And it says the Duatha De Danann on May Day or Beltane in a mist came through the air and the high air to Ireland from a place with 4 cities, each with 4 wise men to teach the young men skill and knowledge and perfect wisdom. in the words of Lady Gregory. And they brought from these 4 cities their 4 treasures, a stone of virtue from Phales that was called Leophel, the stone of destiny, and from Gorius they brought a sword, and from Phineas a spear of victory, and from Marius the 4th treasure, the cauldron that no company ever went away from unsatisfied. Family, this book is worth the weight in gold. I do these videos hopefully that they help somebody. You know what I'm saying? That somebody actually go and get these books and read them. Because y'all always hear me say this. I can't do these books justice. Y'all the only ones can do these books justice by going to get them and read them and study what's in them. Because when you study what's in here, it's going to help you find your way to your freedom. It's going to give you the ability to free yourself. It's going to give you the ability to free, especially you spiritual beings. Because you're not a human being, you're a spiritual being having a human experience. Try to understand that. Try to wrap your mind around that, family. You feel me? So that's what I'm here for. And that's why I do these book reviews. So if anybody ever got any questions, you can always email me. I'm always open for any question you got. Email me, because I always leave my email down in the description box. Anything, I'm open for any question. Ask me anything. You know what I'm saying? I'm open. I'm here to help. You know what I'm saying? So again, my name is Michael Jordan, aka the Sirius Alchemist. And like I always say, I'm serious about my shit. You feel me? So if you would like a reading from me, hit me up. I'll leave my email down in the description box. If you like the content, hit that like button, because that like button helps get you in the algorithms, you know what I'm saying, get your channel popping and shit. You feel me? And if you want to be notified every time I drop another video, hit that little bell on the side. You know what I'm saying? It's going to notify you every time I drop. So until the next time, family, get the book, Secrets, the Secret Edition in the Arthurian Legend by Gareth Knight. Go get the book, family. Check it out for yourself. Peace.